Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursalin wa khatamin nabiyyin Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today's topic is muraqqabat. Muraqqabat phrases. So initially when we started the Arabic class, we talked about harf. We talked about harf, alphabets, haruf al-hija. So then from haruf al-hija, qaf, lam, mim. After that we use the vowels. The vowels, then we make the qalamun. This qalamun is kalima. Yani one word is called kalimatun, kalima. Yani one word is called kalima. Kalima is also, it is called in Arabic mufrad. 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 Mufrad, single word is called mufrad. Yani mufrad is used as a single here. Single. Mufrad. When the one mufrad will combine with other mufrad, then the product will be murakkab. Murakkab. In combination of the words is called murakkab. So here mufrad means single. In Arabic language, all meanings are according to the root letters. In case of the mufrad, fa, ra, dal. Fa, ra, dal is the root letter for mufrad. So it is for single. So there is an ayat in the Quran, very important ayat in the Quran. It is in the Surat Maryam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَكُلُّهُمْ أَعْتِهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ فَرْضًا. The word is farda at the end. And all of them are coming to him on the day of judgment alone. The very important ayat, when we have to present on the day of judgment in front of the Allah, so we had to be alone at that time. The word is used here, farda. Fa, ra, dal, same root letter is there. So when the mufrad combined with the other mufrad, then it becomes murakkab. Murakkab means combination. Either it is assembly of something. So their root letter is in murakkab is ra, kaf, ba. Ra, kaf, ba. From this root letter, the one ayat in the Quran, fi ayyi suratin ma sha'a rakkabak. This is Surat Al-Infitar, Surah number 82. Allah saying in this ayat, He assembled you in whichever form He willed. In whichever form He willed. yani assembled. So from that, to just like that, mufrad, and when they are combining, they are forming murakkab here. Now we can give the definition of the murakkab. The murakkab or the phrase, it is a combination of the words that together carry a meaning because of a relationship between them. Yani phrase or murakkab is a combination of the words. Yani one mufrad combined with the other mufrad, then it become murakkab. But this murakkab have a special meaning. Why? Because they have special relationship. Yani between one mufrad and other mufrad, there is a relationship. Relationship means either we can see tarkeeb. Tarkeeb. Yani how these two words are combining with one another. When they are combining, according to that, they are giving a meaning to that murakkab. Yani two things are important. One mufrad will combine with mufrad. To what relationship they have, then they will making a murakkab, and this thing is going on. For example, one mufrad is abdun. Abdun means slave. Other word is Allahu. Allahu. It is mufrad. But when we are combining these two words, so then it become tanween is dropped here. It become Abdullahi. Abdullahi. This Allah coming here, kafra here. So when we are making this relationship, it become Abdullahi. So then the meaning of the of is created here. Ki slave of Allah. Slave of Allah. It is why this meaning of is created here? Because the relationship of the words are in that way. Today it is only introduction, so then we will go in detail. But first I like to tell you that here if this when they are mufrad, other mufrad is combining, they are combining with a specific relationship. Then they are getting the meaning. This word is Abdun, Allahu. But when combined, Abdullahi, slave of Allah. Other combination is Al-Waladu. As-Salihu. Al-Waladu Mufrad. As-Salihu Mufrad. If we combining with them, so then it become Al-Waladu Salihu. Al-Waladu Salihu. You can see here, al-waladu if also alif lam is there, and also a falihu alif lam is there. Both have the marafa, proper noun. Yani marafa plus marafa. Proper noun is used there. Al-waladu falihu. In this situation, also the murakkab has basically two types. One murakkab, it is called murakkab-e-naqis. Murakkab-e-naqis. The murakkab-e-naqis is basically, it is an incomplete construction, incomplete phrase. The phrase means incomplete. Okay, when we are translating al-waladu falihu, the translation will be the pious boy, the noble boy, or the pious boy. So how I can say it is a murakkab-e-naqis? When we are translating in English, there is no if here. If there is no if, so it means that it is a murakkab-e-naqis. Okay, I can only translation al-waladu falihu, the noble boy. The noble boy is only murakkab-e-naqis, giving the incomplete information. So in case of the murakkab-e-naqis, there are further three types of the murakkab. One murakkab is called murakkab-e-tawfifi. Murakkab-e-tawfifi. The murakkab-e-tawfifi is that type of the murakkab in which the description of one noun is explained. Yani one is become sifat or adjective, and other noun they are explaining about that noun. It is called descriptive phrase. Today you can only familiar with the names. In the next class I will try to talk one by one. Then is murakkab-e-ishari. Murakkab-e-ishari. Murakkab-e-ishari means demonstrative phrase. When we are pointing to anything, we are using murakkab-e-ishari. Haza, zalika, these all words we are using for pointing. Murakkab-e-izafi. Murakkab-e-izafi is relative phrase. Sometimes it is showing the possession. Just like I gave the example, Abdullahi, slave of Allah, showing the possession. It is also murakkab-e-izafi. There is one is murakkab-e-jari. Murakkab-e-jari. When we are using the harf-e-jar before any noun, the example is fil bayti. Bayt mean house. Fi I used, before that it become fil bayti, fil masjidi. So these are the murakkab-e-jari. There is another construction. The other construction, it is called murakkab-e-naqis. The other one is called murakkab-e-tam. Murakkab-e-tam. Murakkab-e-tam means complete. It is also called jumla. Murakkab-e-tam is also called jumla. In case of the Jumla means it is giving complete information. When we are translating it, so then it will be the if will be there. How I can make it? For example, if I say, in this situation, al-waladu, al-waladu falihun. Al-waladu is here marfa, because alif lam is there. Falihun become nakra here. Now their relationship is changed here. So when I will translate al-waladu falihun, so I will make the translation, the noble, the boy is noble. Now I make the translation this way. Al-waladu falihun, the boy is noble. Now the if there, it means it is a complete construction. So in case of it is the difference when the marfa and marfa murakkab naqis. When there is a marfa and nakra, the relationship is changed, then it becomes murakkab tam or jumla. In case of the Arabic, in murakkab tam, there are further two types. One is called Jumla Ismiya. Jumla Ismiya is that type of the Jumla which is complete construction, but it should be starting with noun. With noun it's starting. For example, if you say Hamidun Marivun, Hamidun Marivun. Hamid is fiqh. If is there now. Jumla Ismiya is that type of the Jumla which is starting with noun. There is another Jumla, it is called Jumla Fi'liya. Jumla Fi'liya is that type of the Jumla which is starting with verb. If you say Kharaja Hamidun, Kharaja Hamidun, Hamid went out. Hamid went out. Kharaja Hamidun. So in this way we will get a little bit introduction today. In case of the murakkabat, murakkab naqif and murakkab tam. In murakkab naqif, there is an incomplete construction. Murakkab tawfifi, murakkab ishari, murakkab ifafi, murakkab jari. But in case of the murakkab tam, there are two types, Jumla Ismiya and Jumla Fi'liya. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.